Welcome guys to another video. In this video, we are going to look at how to configure Telnet. So these are the tasks over here. The first task will be to assign an IP address. The second point will be configure a Telnet, and then we are going to test. This is the network address that we are going to use. So let me write over here network ID. Okay. So the first thing is to assign IP address to the various devices. What do we have? We have the router, we have the switch, and then we have two end devices. Where are we going to assign IP address? We assign IP address on the interface of the router, which is the gateway to this LAN. So this particular topology is what is a LAN. All right. So first of all, what are the address we are going to use? We make sure the gateway will take .1, or let's say .254, and then this one will take .1, and the other side will take .2. All right, so we can start assigning IP address to end devices before we move on to the router, or we can start with the router and then we end up with the end devices. So let's start with the end devices. I will take this. I'll go to desktop, come to IP configuration. I've showed you before. If you have not watched the video where I took you through the basic configuration, kindly go to my YouTube channel. You'll find the video and then watch it, or I'll link it into this video so that you can easily find yourself. So I'm going to send an IP address. Here I'll go for 192.168.1.2. This is the subnet mask, and then the gateway will be .254. So 192.168.1.254. I'm done with this. Move on to the second network device. I'll go to desktop, IP configuration, 192.168.1.1, and then the gateway 192.168.1.254. I'm done. All right, it's left with the gateway. I'll click on the router and then go to the CLI. So this is the CLI. This is the user mode. I've also introduced this one. There's a video where I talked about the different mode on which you can navigate around any network device, whether it's a switch or router. So I'll type enable and then go with the config T, which is configuration global. I'll name the device, so I type in host name. I'll give it to router 1, and then go to this interface, assign IP address, interface giga00, giga0/0, and then IP address is 192.168.1.254. The subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Okay, and then I'll have to run no shutdown to make sure the interface is enabled. So you can see the message has changed over here. The interface has changed state to up, and then over here you can also see it's green. I can test the connectivity by pinging. I'll go to any of this one. I'll click and then go to command prompt. I'll try to ping my gateway, which is 254. So I'll use ping 192.168.1.254. Let's wait. Let's wait for some seconds. Okay, it's responding. You can see the first request has dropped because that's like the establishment of the connection between the end device and the gateway. If I record a command, you see the first command will just go successfully. So now it's left with the configuration of the Telnet. Go back to the router and then configure the Telnet. The first thing I will do is to assign a password. Okay, when you're getting access to the network device, what I'll do is I'll type enable secret password. I'll use Cisco 123. Okay, so now let me show you where we have to type this password. Let's exit, or let's exit and also exit. See, enable Okay, so from the user mode to the privilege mode, I have to type the password which I just said. That will be Cisco 123. Cisco 123. Okay, config T. Now I've already set the password which will protect the privilege mode from the user mode. Now what I'm going to do is I would configure the line VTY. So line VTY 0 to 4. So these are the virtual lines which will allow you to connect to the router through Telnet, remotely. So we have password, I'll have Cisco, okay, and then I have login, which is local, and then I'll have to transport input Telnet. Okay, so I'll save my configuration. Now I've configured the Telnet. What did I do? I configured the virtual lines, set the password so that when I try connecting through Telnet, I would have to type this password just to secure the session, and then specify that this particular session will be transmitting the Telnet packet. So right now, let me exit from this mode and then go and try it. I'll go to any of this device. I'll click on device 2. Okay, and then go to scroll down, go to Telnet and SSH. I'll just I'll just switch from SSH to Telnet, and then I have to type the IP address. In this case, the IP address I will use is the IP address of this interface, which is the gateway. So 192.168.1.254. Then I'll come and connect. Okay, it's asking for the username, admin Cisco. The reason why it's not working because I've not configured the username and password. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go back to the router, then configure the username. Username, let's say admin, and password admin as well. Let's say admin 123. Okay, save the configuration, and I'll come back to the end device. So let me exit, try it again. Just close it. Yes, I'll try it again. Telnet, IP address 192.168.1.254. Then I'll come and connect. Username is admin, and password is admin 123. Admin, and then admin 123. Okay, yeah, so the username is admin, and then password is also admin 123. It cannot be visible because if it is visible, whoever is peeping on your screen will see what is going on. You can see after typing the credential very well, it's just gave me access to the user mode, and from this user mode I'll just type enable. I'm also landing on the password. This password is the enable secret which I configured earlier on. I would just type Cisco 123. Sweet. Okay, router. Here I can move on to any, I can do anything. Okay, right. So this is basically how you can configure Telnet. So what we did is we assigned IP address, we configured the password to protect the privilege mode. Then we moved on to configure the Telnet, and then we came to test. So from now, from this particular device, you are connected to the router. I can close this. Okay, I will close this and then click on the second one. It should be the same thing. I'll just close here and then scroll down to Telnet. I'll click Telnet and then IP address 192.168.1.254. I'll connect. The first thing is to type username and password, which is admin. and then password is admin 123. Okay, enable, and then I have to type another password again, which is Cisco 123. Okay, so you can see I'm connected to the router I'm connected to the router from the client or from the PC. So this particular PC can be, a network administrator post, okay, from where you can connect to any network devices on the network to perform a particular task. Yeah, so basically this is how the configuration of the Telnet is done. If you have found the video informative, kindly let me know in the comment section what you think. Like the video, share the video to the maximum. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.